Hello, welcome. My name is Amy Devi. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. Kindly support a sister, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's learn, let's engage. Comment down below what you want us to talk about. Comment where you feel like you need to also add on something I've left out, and let's educate each other. The previous video we were talking about managing allergies, and we talked about the allergies of the eyes, and the next allergy we're going to handle is the allergy of the upper respiratory tract today morning, on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. And I believe all of us are a bit lazy. Those of us managing some allergies here and there, you're keeping warm, you're staying away from dust, you're keeping yourself hydrated in taking a number of hot fluids and every single thing. For those under medication, especially for the eyes, please do not stop putting them so that you manage your allergies properly. So when do we say that you have allergy of the upper respiratory tract? People use sinusitis and rhinitis interchangeably. Others do not really know the difference. And now we are going to talk about how to differentiate and how to manage allergic rhinitis. Allergic rhinitis is when the nose, the throat, and sometimes the eyes, because they are related somehow. Whenever you have allergic rhinitis, sometimes your eyes will always have some symptoms. They will itch, they'll be watery, you'll have a running nose, you'll always have a blocked nose. And how does blocking come about? When the nose is running consistently and you're blowing it, sorry, there are things here called turbinates. They kind of hypertrophy, and when they hypertrophy, meaning they grow big, they kind of block your nostril. And the moment they block your nostrils, they block the sinuses from draining. Sinuses are supposed to be empty or vacant, or how do I say? They're supposed to be hollow, so that they can enable air circulation and balancing of the voice. So whenever the nostril the turbinates are enlarged and they block the sinuses, then the fluid does not drain, then bacteria broods in that fluid, then you get an infection called sinusitis. So sinusitis is not an allergic reaction, sinusitis is an infection. Do you get the difference? So whenever you have sinusitis, you'll find like the mucus that you are blowing out is kind of what color is that? It's not clear white. So anytime you blow your nose and the mucus is not clear white, note that some infection has set in. But rhinitis, the fluid is always clear, flowing, blowing your nose and every single thing. Anytime you have a blocked nose, many patients will always present with an headache. This headache is because the sinus is blocked. Yes, you can continue taking painkillers for the headache, but you must manage the sinusitis by taking antibiotics of the preferred antibiotic from the physician. Kindly visit the physician and get the proper medication, especially the penicillin class, so that you manage the sinusitis. If it is rhinitis, kindly continue taking in warm fluids and also sinusitis, so that they keep on making the fluid that is being drained moist without crusting. So to those of the patients who have an enlarged turbinates, there is a procedure called turbinoplasty, which is done
sometimes this is how they talk. And you can imagine sleeping like this most of the time. You can imagine
working like that, and most of the time people will ask you, are you having flu? Because I used to hear that a lot. This is something that has affected me. To those of us who we were together with back them days, my initial training in healthcare could always ask, are you having flu? But after turbinoplasty, you feel like you've been given a new lease of life. You feel like you're breathing well, and it's I can say mid-major minor surgery. Yes. So again, what are you supposed to do when you have these allergies? Medication is only used to manage symptoms. So if you know that you get allergic to dust, kindly stay away from fur, stay away from this carpet, stay away from anything, because you will consistently be having rhinitis, which will consistently be leading to having sinusitis. And you'll always be having a bacterial infection over and over again, and you don't want to imagine the many complications of sinusitis, which we will address in another video, so that we all know that these things are interrelated. If it is pollen, kindly, whichever season, when you see the season is approaching, remember to take antihistamines all the time so that you can put them, because I know pollen is not all year round, but we have those patients who are all year round reactive to something, because this thing is a nuisance. I can confidently tell you, allergy is a nuisance. Stay away from whatever is causing that allergy, or take antihistamines the way they have been prescribed. I hope we've learned. One thing I want to emphasize on is avoid self-medication. Take medicine the way they have been prescribed so that they can put the mast cells under control. Anytime allergy is coming up, it does not begin with a full-blown blast. But when you take medicine without proper order, like anytime there's a drug that is always abused, chlorpheniramine, yeah, that's the chemical name. Go search what its brand name is on the shelves in the market. That drug is always abused, and most of the antihistamines cause drowsiness. So the moment you take these drugs haphazardly, it will bring haphazard results into your body. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel, and again, thank you. Subscribe, support a sister, share it, and put a thumbs up if it's something educative. And looking forward to teaching about the lower respiratory tract infection, bronchospasms, or asthma. Have a nice day, bye-bye, and God bless you.